Hello. In this tutorial, we'll be getting familiar with the map builder feature of EDISHERE Implementor. We'll start on with creating a new map file. Then we'll understand the different views of a map document, understand the creation of maps using the two options provided by Implementor, that is drag-drop mapping as well as step-by-step mapping. We'll understand how to edit maps, delete maps, use clipboard functionality of maps, saving maps, closing, opening them, and various other features available in a map document. To begin with, we open the Implementor application, select File, New Map File, or select the toolbar button for New Map File. You'll be first provided with a dialog box to select the layout 1 of the map file. So in our case, let us select the ABC orders nested sequential layout as the layout 1. After that, we'll be provided the dialog box to select the layout 2 of the map file, in which case we'll select the orders EDIFAC layout and say select. A blank map file template is loaded with both the source layout and the destination layouts that we have selected. What you see on your left hand side is the layout view. So this is the first source layout on the first tab. The destination layout that we had selected, that is the orders EDIFAC layout, is on the second tab. When you select the source layout, the right hand side view would display the details of the source layout segments. So when ABC orders is selected, you can see the detail of the segments available in the ABC orders layout. Similarly, if you select the header record, you'll see the fields available within the header record along with their properties. Now if we go on to the second tab, orders, this will display the detail of the second layout, the destination layout. These are the segments of the orders EDIFAC layout. So when we select UNH, you get to see the elements available in the UNH record. In case there are any coded fields, if you select the field, you get to see the codes available in them. So what you see here is the source layout and the destination layout. This is the map info tab. When you start off creating maps, you'll see the maps getting added in the map info tab. When you perform simulation, the simulation output is visible to you in the data tab, following which you can see the errors encountered during simulation in the errors tab and the file information of the simulation in the file info tab. You also have the option of viewing both your source layout and destination layout side by side by going into the view second layout option, wherein when you just select this toolbar button or say view layout to view, your layout 2 or the destination layout is loaded on your right hand side detail view. This is the exact view that you should be in when you want to perform drag drop mapping. So we have understood the creation of a new map file and views available in a map document. Now let's see how can we perform mapping. So as mentioned before, the first way of creating a map is the drag drop mapping, wherein we move on to the layout 2 view visible to you on your right hand side. You can select the field that is to be mapped and have your right hand side field available for mapping. Drag the field that is to be mapped and drop it on the destination field where you want it to be mapped. A default map is created with a default map ID. You can see that the source element is the header 001 field and the destination is the BGM02 field. You can enter a default value or an annotation if desired and press OK. You can now view this added map in your map info tab, which shows you the map record ID, the source layout position, the destination layout position, and other information. Second way of creating maps is a step-by-step mapping, wherein you select your source field. For example, if I want to map PO date, I would select PO date and select the menu option or the toolbar button for map or say operation map. My whole map file document would be in a map only state where I will not be allowed to perform anything else until I complete my mapping. So you would see that all your menu options would be disabled except for applying map. So on my right hand side, I would go to my DTM segments element to which I want the PO date to be mapped. Here I select the field and say right click apply, or else press the toolbar button apply or say operation apply map. Again, I'll have the default map created with a default map record ID. In this case, I can see that my source field is 8002 and my destination field is DTM01. Again, I press OK and I can see the newly added map in my map view. So here we have both the maps that we have created in our map document. Now let us see how we can edit, delete and perform clipboard operations on a map. So if I want to edit a map that I have created, I select the map and say right click, edit, or else simply double click on the map to have the map sheet open for me. Here I can just enter an annotation if I want. So this is a PO number mapping. So I just mention in PO number map to BGM and say OK. So next time I can see my changes saved. Now if I want to delete this map, I just select and say delete, or just press the delete key or use the delete button. I'll be asked to confirm whether I want to proceed with the deletion. If I say no, the deletion will be cancelled, or else I can proceed with the deletion. EDISHERE also supports undo redo functionality. So if I want to undo the deletion, I can just select the undo option and the map will get added back. I also have the option of performing clipboard actions, wherein if the same PO number mapping of BGM02 needs to be applied to another field, I can just say right click, copy this map to the clipboard, and then go to my destination field where I want the map to be applied and say paste. So the same map gets applied to the new location also. So the only difference is that this map got pasted onto the PO number field in the detail record. So till now what we have done is completed drag drop mapping, editing maps, deleting maps and clipboard actions. Now let us see how we can save a map file. So once my map file is created and I have completed all my mapping, I can say file, save as. I just provide file info ID for me. So it's like ABC map 1. So this map file info ID is provided so that I can easily identify my map file if I want to open it the next time. This will be the map file name with which the file will get saved on the disk. I can provide a description and an annotation if desired and press the save button. If a map file already exists in that location with the same name, I would be prompted, wherein I can just change the name and save the map file. To close a map file, I just say file, close. Next time I want to open the map file, I just say file, open map file, or use the toolbar button, open map file, wherein I'll be presented the open map file dialog box. Here I can see my map file saved here, ABC map 1. This is the file name. So I can simply select this map file and say open, and my map file gets loaded. You can clearly differentiate between fields that have been mapped and not mapped. This icon indicates that these fields have been mapped and these fields are yet to be mapped. So after understanding the concept of saving of map files, closing of map files and open map files, let us go to a few more details what we can do within the map file. One is viewing the map file property. So once I have saved and loaded, I can see the properties of the map file by saying file properties. This will display the map file info ID, the path and all details about this map file. If I want to change the map file info ID, I can change it from here. If I want to swap the layouts, that is if I want to make this the destination layout and this the source layout, I can just say swap map layouts, wherein this would become the source and this would become the destination, and we can say save. I can also change the map file name by going through here and applying the change here. Further, from my map file, if I want to go to my source layout, I can just right click on the source layout and say go to layout. My ABC orders layout would be loaded. I can make changes to this layout if I want, and when I perform a save, the changes would get reflected in my map file. Similarly, if I want to go to my orders EDIFACT layout, I can just go right click on the orders tab and say go to layout, and my orders EDI-FACT layout would get loaded. Within the map file, if I want to just go and find out where my source field and destination field are, I can just right click on a map and say mapped elements, element 1. So the element 1 of the map would get highlighted. If I select map elements and go to element 2, the element 2 of the map file would get highlighted. So these are some simple shortcuts which we can use to go to the source layout or the source fields. Finally, if you want to just obtain a printout of your map file, you can say file, print preview, maps. You would be provided print view of the maps that you have created. So if you see, whatever was provided to you in the map info tab, the map record ID, the layout 1 position, the layout 2 position, additional information, everything can be just printed out on a document, and you can proceed with further mapping or just send it across to your partner to confirm if the mappings are complete. So at the end of this tutorial, we have been able to understand all the basic functionalities of the map builder feature of EDISHERE. There are a few more videos which would be created, which would be using the detailed features of mapping, which would involve qualifier based mapping, attributes, lookups and expressions. Please look forward to the videos. Thank you.